Hi there, it's Rose. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here to share the altered card that I created for the Open Collab hashtag Deck the Year. Now, this collab is hosted by Penny from Penny's Crafty Creations, and the purpose of the collab is to take a standard deck of playing cards like this one, and every week choose a card that you're going to alter for that week. So this is my deck, and I've been participating in this collab since the beginning of the year. So all my past videos will be linked in the description box below if you'd like to check those out and see how I've selected to alter my cards. I do shuffle the deck at the end of every video and choose my card at random, but that's not required for the video. You can use any deck of playing cards and you can choose your card, or you can choose it at random, however you would like to do it, and you can alter the card any way that you like. So be sure to follow the hashtag and check out all the creators that are jumping in and participating. When I chose my card last week, I had randomly selected the King of Hearts, so that's the card that I altered. Let's get into it and I'll show you the supplies that I used, and then I'll share my card. So for my background paper, I had this little scrap from Practically Perfect scrapbook paper collection from Cartabella. And I loved the newsprint on here, and so I just randomly tore a piece of this for the background on my card. And I also used a scrap of purple paper that I just happened to have on my desk. And then I wanted to use some of my Faber-Castell gelatos to sort of alter that paper a little bit. And so this is the neutral gelato mix, and I used some of the different colors to just color up that paper. I hadn't used gelatos in a while, and of course they're so much fun to use, very easy. They go on like crayons. If you're not familiar with gelatos, let me show you what it looks like. It almost looks like a lipstick, and then the consistency is like a crayon, and it's a great way to add color and very easy to blend. This little kit also came with a brush, so you can sort of wet the gelatos and use it almost as a paint. And then also in this kit was this little stamp, which I wanted to use on the background as well. I just used some Memento Tuxedo Black ink to ink this up and stamp that out. But I have quite a lot of gelatos, different size sets, and they're anything from Faber-Castell is excellent quality, so these are a lot of fun to use. They're creamy, vibrant pigment, water-soluble, light, fast, and acid-free. So this little kit. And then I wanted to bring out a stencil, and I used this folk art stencil, and this one is called, it's a swirl background. It's called Swirl Background from Folk Art. So I've had this in my stash for a little while. I love the swirl design. I think I picked this up at Michael's, but you can also sometimes find folk art stencils at Walmart, and I'm not sure if they have them at Target, but they're a division of plaid. So anywhere that they have plaid stencils and pastes and paint, you might find the stencils. This is a 6x6, really fun stencil. So I used this. And then for going through the stencil, I wanted to use some of the Diamond Press texture paste in white. Let me show you what this looks like. I have some different brands of texture paste. This was my first time using the one by Diamond Press. That gives you an idea of what it's like. It dried pretty quickly, which for texture paste, you know, you sometimes have to, you know, give it overnight would be the best recommendation. And the other thing with texture paste, like a lot of mediums that you're going to put through the stencil, is you're going to want to make sure that you clean your palette knife and your stencil very quickly, because you certainly don't want this drying on your stencil or your palette knife. So I used that. A little bit of distress paint, ink, to finalize it, and then I used a chipboard piece that I had in my stash. So let's get into it and I'll show you the card. So here is how I altered the card for this week, and I'm dabbling with mixed media, so that is what I was going for here, with some layering of the background is that purple paper that I just had a scrap of, and then the paper that was sort of like that newsprint. Here you can see some of that stamp from the gelato kit. That was a first, after I added the gelatos, then I did the stamping. Of course, you could do it either way. And then this is the swirl stencil with the texture paste. Now, the thing about this texture paste from Diamond Press, it didn't add too much texture. It just kind of came through as a white paint, because I really did a clean scraping of it through the stencil with my palette knife. So it's flatter than most texture paste, is a little bit more raised. But I was okay with that because the focus really is this chipboard girl. And then one of Tim's little printouts there that just says remember. I just thought that was a nice sentiment for it. And she kind of has angel wings, and I just thought it was really a cute image. And of course, here's the back of my card, and I always do include the suit and the card number, face, and the date. So that is my card for this week. Now I'm going to come back, I'm going to shuffle the deck, and I'll pick my card for next week. So let's give the deck a quick little shuffle here and select the next card that I'll be altering for this collab. And a quick cut. And my card for next time is the 5 of Hearts. So 5 of Hearts is the card that I'll be altering next time. Please be sure to follow the hashtag #DeckTheYear. Check out all the other collaborators that are participating. I hope you enjoyed taking a look at my card. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.